Hi guys, hopefully you've watched the video of the book Slowly, Slowly Goes the Sloth, and you found out all about sloths on the other video, which is a factual video, and now you are ready to make your own sloth. So if you do not want to make this as a model with pegs that you can attach to something, you can draw a sloth picture. You can also choose to draw an animal that goes really, really slowly, or an animal that goes really, really quickly. And you can try and use some words to describe that animal. In the book, Sloth described himself as slow, quiet, boring, lackadaisical. He said he dawdles, he's unflappable, he's impassive, he's sluggish, he's lethargic. He's calm and mellow, laid back, languid, stoic and peaceful. So if you wanted to choose an animal that was particularly slow, let's say you wanted to draw a turtle or a tortoise or an elephant or a rhino, you could say that rhino stomped or that rhino charged. You could use lots and lots of describing and verb words to say how that animal was moving. So today I'm just going to make the sloth, but you can either draw the sloth or draw another animal. And if you don't have pegs to glue on, that doesn't really matter. You can just like pop it up somewhere in your room. I'm actually going to make two. So I'm going to make a baby one and a mum one, and I'm going to put them together. So if you want to do that with me, continue watching, draw your own, find a video where you can follow along with the person drawing, and send me your pictures. I love seeing your pictures, and hopefully you do some art today, because I think it'll make you feel good. All right, see you later. I'm about to start the video of how to do it, so I'm going to make my camera look down, and then if you have any questions, just pop them in the stream, and I'll see you at the live at 1 o'clock. All right, take care, bye. So this is how I made the 3D sloths. I just used the back of a cereal box, and I just drew on the back of the cereal box that's just the brown color. So I drew first of all the roundish head, and then I drew the sloth's body. It's a bit like a jelly bean, so it comes out and around, and then it joins up at the head. So that will be perfectly easy for everyone to draw. If you go wrong, just rub it out or do something like use another piece. The head part I did kind of like I was going to do a love heart, but then I just kept it going around. And then the eyes, I just had the eyes coming off the love heart shape. And the nose, I just did a U shape for the nose, and then I just coloured the bottom part of that in for his little nose. And I really wanted to make my sloth happy. In the video, you see the sloth has really sharp teeth, and that's for warding off predators and other animals that are hunting it, but they just eat vegetables, mostly leaves. On the side here, I'm going to draw another jelly bean shape, but kind of longer, and that's going to be his top arm with those 3 claws. Remember, those 3 claws are so he can attach himself to the tree. I'm going to do a slightly larger jelly bean for his back leg here. It's amazing that they're such good swimmers, really, because they don't have any fins or anything like that, but they're really good swimmers. Now, you could do a much smaller one. You could do a whole family. All we need to do now is colour this in, and you don't need to be like super good at colouring. You're just going to colour it gently. Remember, the sloth's skin, the sloth's fur is really rough. So, you know, you can colour this in pretty rough if you want to. I'm using some textures, but I'm also cheating, and I'm sorry about this, but I don't have any other way of making the white section above its head. So I'm actually going to use an oil pastel. So if you don't have that, just make it like, maybe make it a yellow color or something like that. I find oil pastels are really good to make bright colours on the back of cereal boxes, but you might have crayons, you might have pencils, you might not be colouring this in at all. If you're an older student, I'm sure that there are some really cool videos that you can watch in order to draw a more realistic kind of sloth. So you're just going to colour this in, and then when it's coloured, we're going to cut this out. Now I can't remember from the fact video what colour eyes they've got, so I'm just going to go with the blue eye. You'll notice from some of my pictures that I like to go over the outline with black so that things really stand out on my sloth picture. Again, I'm using a pastel, but you just use whatever you've got. If you've got something that's black that you can outline with, you could maybe even do that first. The other fun thing you can do is sometimes you can sort of add hair in black as well, so that would be really fun. If you want to get a little bit of texture into it, in the video of the sloth in the rainforest, I noticed that he had markings on his tongue. So you can add different colours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go lighter around the top and the bottom, and then I'm just going to finish it with some brown. I've got 2 browns. It really doesn't matter whatever you've got. It doesn't matter what colour your sloth ends up. Remember, it's got really chunky fur, so it doesn't have to be super duper neat. And once you've coloured your sloth picture in, you can go right over the edges if you want to. That's fine, because we're going to cut this out, remember. So this doesn't have to be a super duper neat project. I found it really interesting that the sloth comes down from his tree only once a week to poop, and that's when he's most vulnerable of attack from predators. But at the same time as coming down from his tree, he can leave some scents or smells to show another sloth, this is my favourite tree. If you want to come and visit me, this is where I'll be. I don't know how friendly they are. So I've coloured mine in really super rough. This one I just did with pastels because if I did it with other things, it's going to take a really long time. So if I went with the textures the whole time, you'd still be waiting. So I've gone really quickly. I think it's really important at this point to just use the black to go around the edge of my sloth, because I want my sloth to stand out a little bit. And then I might do some fur lines. When I do the fur lines, I kind of do it in the direction of the sloth body. So I'm just following the sloth body around. I haven't done super sharp claws because I've got to cut this out, and I just thought it would be hard to cut out if I did super sharp ones. I might colour his face in. Remember, sloths don't have to be particularly good at camouflage. It's because they don't move very much that other animals simply just miss them or they can't see them. When I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to try and keep those black lines, but if I accidentally cut the black line out, I'll go back over it and I'll add another outline once he's cut out. At this point, you can actually stop if you want to, assemble your sloth and you're finished, or you can go ahead and see if you've got a couple of pegs so that you can hang your sloth in your bedroom. I wonder what name I'm going to give my sloth today. I don't know. I think I'm going to call him Albert. Albert the sloth. So I've cut out the long leg. The long leg is going to be the back leg. It doesn't matter which way the claws are pointing. The shorter leg is going to be the front leg. If you've seen sloth toys, they're a little bit like the monkeys that you can get. Sometimes they put Velcro on their little hands and then they can sort of hang, that kind of thing. I'm just going to go in and make the claws a little bit neater. And then if you've got some glue, you're going to glue on your back leg and your front leg. I feel like my back leg's a bit big, so I'm just going to take a little bit off the back leg, make it a little bit shorter. So now I can glue the back leg and the front leg on. And then if I want to, I can also glue some pegs on the back. So let me show you some I've done with pegs already. These ones, the glue's already dried. I've just got some old pegs, but you need to be careful that the pinchy part is at the top so that you can hang it from the top. Because if you glue it on the other way round, then you'll have to peg it on upside down, I guess. It's going to just not work. So as long as your pinchy parts are at the top, so you can see there, that bit is at the top, and I kind of got them level as well so that they're at the same height. And then when I go to hang him, I can peg him on, and I can peg the baby one onto the mummy one like that, so she's carrying him, but really it's just some pegs. This one I'm not going to peg. The other thing that you can do is you can glue this onto a beautiful piece of paper, and then you can draw around it and you can make a rainforest. Let's have a go at doing that. So if we're not making our sloth into a 3D sloth with pegs, we can get a piece of paper to glue our sloth onto. We can glue him in a hanging position. You could glue him climbing up a tree. I'm going to have mine hanging from the tree. So I'm just going to glue, I think I prefer my legs this way. So I'm going to glue my arms and legs on. And then I'm just going to start drawing the rainforest for him to live in. So I'm going to draw a tree branch that he's sort of holding on to. Then I can colour that branch in. It'd be really fun if I gave my sloth some plants, maybe add some leaves for him to eat, because he's only going to live in this tree. It's a super nice tree. So I can start adding this as an actual picture, which will be really fun. And then there's my tree. Beautiful. And I can start making my sloth live in a rainforest. And I'm going to have this creeper coming up. I'm going to have another creeper coming up. And yeah, he's looking pretty happy about this. If I finish this picture, I'll show you. If you finish your pictures, you can show me. And that's our beautiful slow language sloth. Slowly, slowly, slowly goes my sloth. I hope you enjoyed the story and all the facts. I hope you enjoyed making a sloth. And if you didn't make a sloth, what did you make? Or did you just watch the video because it was interesting? So I hope you have a really great day. Any pictures, just let me see them. And I'm going to continue with this picture. I hope that you do something beautiful and artistic today and that you have fun while you're doing it. Alright guys, I'm going to stop here, but I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a peaceful day.